cinematic because apparently it didn't have as much lore as some of the previous ones, like the Call. In the meantime, this one has more lore than all of the previous ones combined.
Huh? Now that is a stretch way longer than the mid-ocean ridge and simply untrue. You can almost always talk mountains about the lore implications on this trailer, especially when you got a champ like Kindred thrown in the mix. There's like a zillion different things you can say about the lamp and the wolf and the concept of death hanging around Tryndamere. But like, where's the actual lore progression? Morgana and Kael versus Aatrox is really cool, with really good character-driven lore moments, but it's essentially just things that happened in the past. Literally nothing new there in terms of progression. The future with our boy Yasuo is just a what-if scenario. Like literally, the official description under the art even says it's just a vision that Yasuo has. And well, the present, look, the fight is amazing. Kindred and Undying Rage being tangled up is really fucking cool. But in terms of actual lore progression, there's absolutely nothing new here. Like seriously, Tryndamere fights the Winter's Claw in his Undying Rage, and when it ends and he's about to die, he's saved by his wife. That is literally all you get there, and nothing more. Like, why is he fighting them in the middle of nowhere? Does Sejuani have anything to do with all of this? Or is he and Ashe searching for the Seal Sisters or something? Team up with their tribe and go fight Lysandra or something? Also, can't Ashe look at least a bit concerned about her husband? I mean, she doesn't have to put her palm on his shoulder, crouch a bit, and ask if he's alright with a somber tone, but at least look a bit concerned and then maybe have a sigh of relief once she realizes that he's alright. I mean, don't they love each other at the present? Who am I to talk about relationships? Maybe this is how war couples operate. And this just reminds me of the continuity issues the League universe currently faces. Which is not the topic for today. Who knows, someday I'll make a new video about the whole expanded universe canon thing and the pros and cons of it or something, but this ain't the day. We're just reviewing cinematics right now. And speaking of which, I still think the Call really whoops every other cinematic in almost, well, everything. But since we're more focused on the lore, and as how Necrit said, lore-driven character moments, let's talk about how well the Call handles the combination of these two, lore progression and character moments together. Like how Pantheon, after having lost his powers to Viego, still chooses to climb Targon and fight the Celestials, cause he's just that much of a badass. Chooses to go hand to hand to fight off the Solari, and then opts for the spear only when Leona and Aspect shows up, and Kai'Sa, who up until 3 days before the trailer, before the Call, was just going on void-born rampages, never caring about people, just killing whatever void creature she comes across, now chooses to lure Rek'Sai away from Talia so she and her Shuriman band can be safe. And this ties up with our color stories from the universe page, and also directly leads to Belvet's reveal, you know, how Kai'Sa met her and all of that. All of this is really super cool and really such a great payback, especially when you're really invested in the League lore. You can literally say 1,000 fucking things about Yasuo's character arc in this made up scenario, but it's literally just a what if scenario. Not saying, oh man, Yasuo sucks. Buddy, aren't you gonna talk about the continuity? Like the whole League of Legends United Canon Universe thing, like taking that into equation. Doesn't matter if the Call has actual progression. Like literally nothing has progressed in the lore since that trailer. So does it really matter if a cinematic forces new ideas and open to interpretation things and also semi what if scenarios? It's pulling in insane numbers. That's mostly all that matters. Okay, wow. First off, is disrupting my opinions like your part-time job or something? Cause seriously, you just barged in at the perfect thought-reforming moment and ruined my entire flow. I mean, yeah, considering you're eating away my time making silly reply videos to random YouTubers. Silly reply? Okay, second, how do you have all this knowledge about League of Legends lore? Aren't you just a real-world problem enthusiast or something? I'm basically you with a much more clear head. So, and third, I said before that I'll make a full-length video about the connected League canon universe thing, so today isn't the day for that, and your points are irrelevant. This is gonna be a short video that is super unedited. I'm not gonna waste any more of people's time arguing with you, so... Oh, he left. Now where was I? Oh, the Call. No, I won't say something as outrageous as the call is better than the rest of all the cinematics combined. That has to be one of the most silliest takes anyone could possibly have. And I do not ever, even in my worst of mindsets, would say that the Still Here trailer sucks. It is great and very well done. Like I said, the lore implications are quite beautiful. There's a great mix of subtle details, obvious lore stuff, and a plethora of open to interpretation lore content, which all combines to just make it a really great viewing experience. And one thing I think it really does better than all the other trailers is how well the music and the animation sync together and convey this really impactful emotion. Like, that shit almost brings me to tears. I just wish we had a lot more present time lore progression. That's all that there is to say. Also, really cool that the trailer has over 100 million views in 4 days. That's insane. Already way more likes than the call too. And also, the lore guy kinda has a case of the old recency bias.